What is going on, guys? Welcome to J Powell Music. And we have a guitar unboxing and modification. So, this is the semi hollow body Glarry guitar, which has a humbucker for the neck pickup, and then just kind of your traditional for the bridge. This was like $67 on Amazon. I think the shipping was $20. But man, when I ordered this guitar, it was supposed to show up in like 4 days. It took like 2 weeks to get it. So these guys really got to figure out their distributing situation because, yeah, it took longer than it needed to. But without further ado, I do have it. Let's see. And this is the first time I'm actually unboxing it. I literally just got it from the people. So that I'm going to take this out of the box without showing any sensitive information. So let's see here. On the bright side, it looks like it is in a styrofoam coffin, kind of like how the West Creek guitars are. So that's positive. Let's see here. I thought it was interesting too. You know, most guitars, at least on Amazon, that are telly style, and a lot of them have the humbucker for the neck pickup at this price point. So I figured it'd be a good opportunity to mod the guitar, put in some better parts to upgrade it. So we got the coffin here. So that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot better than like the bullfighter guitars. Bullfighter guitars, I mean, it's almost like good luck. You know, it may show up in one piece, it might show up in three. So at least for the Glarry guitars, which are a lot cheaper, at least they show up in this coffin. So that's give them points for that. Give them positive points for that. I might use this when I'm selling a guitar. Actually, this is actually really nice. This styrofoam coffin here. All right, so let's unbox it. Okay, it's got a cheap case with it. You can throw that to the side or recycle it. Comes with a strap, cheap guitar cable, which I do not recommend using. Guitar strap, maybe. Then you get the Allen wrench, and then the two Allen wrenches, one for the truss rod, one for the bridge for the saddles. Probably will end up needing that. Let me cut through the middle here because you're going to hear a bunch of, oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. So the neck of this guitar is like dived in. So like this is the body, this is the neck. That's crazy. Well, there is a plus with this because I was actually planning on not using this neck at all because I have a neck from a Tease guitar that I was planning on using. But if the neck is this damaged, I mean, what does the pocket of this guitar seem like? I might not even be able to put a neck on here unless it's like a binded neck. So we'll see. But this is crazy. Let's see. Oh man, this is probably the worst I've seen. Even my first Glarry guitar didn't have this issue, and this showed up 2 weeks late. Look at this. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. It's not even screwed all the way in. Looks like the body of it is flat. I do like the color. And I actually have a new plate too of electronics. So I do plan on swapping out the electronics. Sorry guys, I forget where the camera is. Let's see. Besides this terrible neck pocket, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like if I wasn't a modder and I knew like how to quasi fix and mod guitars, like that is ridiculous. What a nightmare. Anyway, well, it seems like the bridge is flat, and then I'm not even using this humbucker, so this is going to be gone anyway. And obviously, I'm taking this off. So I think I'm still going to keep this guitar because I'm putting a whole new neck on here. Now, if the neck doesn't fit, I'm definitely returning this. So I'm going to take some pictures of this actually. But that's crazy. So anyway, let's get started, I guess, shall we? I'm going to show you guys the parts I'm actually going to be replacing it with, and then we'll do the video of me putting on everything bit by bit. I would do a test to see how this sounds before doing it, but how this neck is, I don't even think it'll be worth it to do that. That's too much work in itself. So, all right, we're going to switch to the parts I'm going to be taking it, replacing them with. Alrighty, guys. So these are the parts I'm going to be using for this guitar. I first, once again, I have to put the neck pocket or the neck for the new guitar into that to see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, I'm putting the strings back on. I'm returning that guitar. But this is the. I'm going to put this actually on the neck pickup. This P90 here. So I'm going to be using that for the neck. Give it a different tone. I'm excited for it. For the bridge, using this guy here, it's basically a hot rail pickup, bridge pickup here. So I think that'll be sweet and solid to put into the bridge. And I'm hoping the screws will fit the ones that they have because I don't have the screws for these. The neck, this is the neck guitar I'm going to be putting on there. So this is from a T's guitar, the ST1. Nice thing about these is that they have stainless steel frets, and they're curved as well. So I mean, smooth, really nice neck to play. And I did swap out the tuners. Originally, they had those tuners on there, which weren't too bad, but I put some new ones on here. These are Music Lily tuners. I didn't even take off the plastic yet, but I've had these kidney tuners on multiple guitars, and they stay in tune. You know, arguably more than some of like the upper priced tuners. The nut is the same. I believe it's a bone nut. But yeah, so that is the first action here, is to see if this neck will actually fit on there. So we'll see what happens in that regard. Oh, and then the electronics. Once again, I'm not doing any pickup soldering until the neck is there, but say hypothetically if it does, going to be using this Lamb Sam kit. And the nice thing about this kit is that it has a orange drop capacitor. So the tone of the guitar is going to be kind of like a not dark, but not super hot. So it's going to be a nice medium tone there. Full size pots, okay? Full size pots, and they're 500K. So it is going to support the tone of a hot rail, the tone of the P90. So it's going to give that proper tone. So you won't miss out on any frequencies, if that makes any sense. So like 250K, it's going to be like a lower impedance or lower, I don't know, power of guitar. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I'm thinking that's correct. So the 500K is going to withstand the oomph of the power of the humbucker. So yeah, good things there. So first thing, let's see if this neck even fits on there. If it doesn't, returning it, so we'll see how the video goes. All right, guys, so good news. The neck did fit. So look at that. That's a huge difference from what it was originally. Yeah, definitely a huge difference. So in the pocket, got that sucker in there tight, no gaps. So I think I can work with this. I do have to lower. Well, I'm taking this pickup out entirely, like I mentioned in the last cut here. But yeah, I do like the brass single saddles. That was one of the biggest things. I'm not a big fan of the Tele 3 brass setup. Just a lot of tonal inconsistencies when it comes to, tonality. Um, yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to be opening this sucker up, putting in these pickups. So I'll show a little bit of video on that process, and yeah, hopefully this. And it's not too heavy either, so that's another plus. Usually tellies are not all, more so Les Pauls are heavy, but yeah, I'll open this up and switch some of the stuff out. All right, guys. So after putting everything together, this is what I got. So I got that P90 in there. It looks smooth. And I got the hot rail there. Looks smooth as well. The control plate fit very well. I just had to adjust the pick guard. And I also had to do a little bit of carving into the bottom of the in the body here, the cavity, because the actual switch I think was a little too big, so I had to actually trim the bottom there, dig a little bit for this thing to fit. But now it fits flush. I think it looks pretty sweet here. I don't have any strings on it yet. I took the old strings off because, dear God, you don't want those on there. But I did order some strings from String Joy, so those should show up later today. So we will cut to me putting the strings on here, and then I will do a playtest. And I actually got something for the playtest as well. I don't know if I'll be using it for this particular video, but I will be doing a playtest in general. So we'll switch to me having the strings on. All right, guys. So we're at the end of the road here for the video. Got the strings on here. Had to make some adjustments to the electronics, but I got it working. So it is functional. I'm going to try to do a sound test here. It's a little late, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of sound test here. I have my guitar plugged into the Zoom R4 because I wanted to have an amp model, and that's the only amp model that I have right now without plugging into a computer. And then I have that routed out into my amp via CD-in with the auxiliary to RCA. Just want to make sure I have a decent tone when I'm testing out the guitar. So this is the neck pickup here. Hopefully you can hear this from the microphone. Pardon the lazy playing or the sloppy playing. Okay, so let's try both. And let's try bridge. So not bad. I think it sounds pretty good, and then with my traditional amp setup, pedal setup, I should say, I think this is going to produce a pretty solid tone. The bridge it's pretty hot. It's a pretty hot resistance. I want to say it's like 12K, but I think it will sound good for like a solo cut through mix or what have you. If anything, I might have to lower the pickup a little bit just to balance it a bit. But overall, I think it sounds pretty solid, looks pretty good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. NJ Powell Music. I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks a lot.